welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tapping in. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe with like videos like this. What the heck? Is that a moth?
This ain't flowers, y'all. This is chess. And 50 Cent just exposed the first move. 50 Cent ain't posting this for jokes. He posting this to show this was a message sent to him by P. Diddy. It was a warning wrapped in flowers. 50 Cent is a smart man, y'all. He know what he doing. He made this public to let y'all know. Think about it, y'all. Why would P. Diddy send 50 Cent flowers?
Y'all, now you can see it! Ah! You can see it! I got it! I got it! Sorry, baby, I didn't mean to scream. It's a sun right there. And a sun right here. The moon is on the other side. Or is that a planet? What the?
That seems to be the origin. Drawn by magician Aleister Crowley. In 1918, he channeled this demonic entity called Lamb. 1918, Lamb. 1968, the first drawn gray. So all the grays you know from movies and books have their roots here. It's not about extraterrestrials from another planet. It has to do with the connection to spiritual beings, like this one here as an example. Here, as above, so below. Or here, if you read them, as above, so below. George Washington, the first president of the United States of America. Everything seems to be connected in a special kind of way. So maybe now you understand when people are claiming that aliens are just demons. On this picture, he seems to be just a nice family guy, taken at 1910.
Estamos en este momento en el microhospital, escuchamos un golpe y nos dimos vuelta porque dijimos, bueno, ¿quién está entrando? Cuestión de que no hay nadie atrás nuestro. Y miramos dentro del auto y dijimos, oh, pues si el auto... ¿Qué mierda es? Lo peor de todo es que no queremos salir. O sea, no... Un miedo, la puta madre. Lo peor de todo es que se mueve adentro del auto y no hay nadie. O sea, ahora vamos a ir a controlar el auto. Pero parece como si fuese un reflejo. La puta madre. Uf. No, huevón. A ver. Ya, salimos rápido para que vean que no es mentira. Mamá, la piel de gallina, hermano. Piel de gallina. Cagazo. Nadie. Nadie. Un montón. Es un montón. Mierda. Y encima nos mira la puta que te parió. No, chabón. No. No, desapareció. La concha de...
I thought it was just pareidolia until the damn thing started moving like that.
A la verga, güey. ¿Qué es eso, güey? ¿Qué es esa mierda? A la mierda.
Breaking news, a thick layer of radiation fog is covering central California, leaving more than 13 million people stranded. The phenomenon called radiation fog is unrelated to nuclear radiation, but it creates an equally dangerous situation. A thick layer of fog forms when the ground cools rapidly after sunset, compressing the air close to the ground like putting a lid on a pot of steaming water. The result, all the car exhaust, agricultural dust, industrial emissions, and PM2. 5 particles are trapped right where people breathe. Health experts warn that this can cause a sudden increase in asthma symptoms, coughing, chest pain, and even heart problems. From Sacramento to Fresno, Bakersfield, Oakland, millions of people are living in a fog compressed between 2 layers of air, cold below and warm above. And while this air cap remains open, pollution can build up exponentially. Local hospitals have been reporting a surge in new emergency cases, and the weather agency has been issuing very high-risk warnings to the public.
An anonymous user posted to the paranormal subreddit he and his friend discovered this strange effigy in the forest in the Catskills. It's a wooden carving of what appears to be a woman that was found with 3 nails pounded into each of her eyes and a rope fashioned into a noose around her neck. Against their better judgment, the man's friend then decided to take the effigy home. The man's friend then began complaining about the effigy moving from its spot, and he was smelling strange smells like pond water inside his home. His dog wouldn't even go near this thing. It would even begin barking aggressively at it. The dog also peed in the house 3 nights in a row, which she really never did before. Soon enough, this man then started hearing strange knocking sounds inside his home that kept him up at night, and one night someone knocked on his front door at 3 a.m., the witching hour. But when he went to check, no one was there. He believed something had infested his house and was constantly watching him. He had even discovered muddy footprints inside his home that weren't his. Then he heard someone breathing like his grandpa with the tracheotomy. In the Reddit post, they asked for advice and thought about burning the effigy or destroying it somehow, and many suggested to not burn or attempt to destroy the effigy since that could unleash even more havoc.
The man and his friend went back to his friend's house to get the effigy so they could return it, but they noticed the dog refused to enter the house altogether. The man also saw muddy footprints inside, and the whole house smelled like a dirty dog covered in dirt. When they vocalized to the effigy that they planned on returning it, the dog started frantically barking outside, and moments later, the 2 men saw what looked like an old woman in the corner of the living room. She was naked and dripping with water, and her eyes seemed to glow in the dark. The men ran outside and waited a few moments before heading back in. The coast was clear and that strange woman was mysteriously gone. So they quickly wrapped the effigy in a pillowcase, put it in a box, and left.
We met a dude his name was Ball. His name was B-A-A-L. Oh. That's what the man's name. When we met the man, people ask me, have I ever met the devil? I'm not gonna say I met the devil, but we met somebody. We met one of them, and he made me real uncomfortable, bro.
Was he in human form?
He was a white dude with blonde hair. He had a gray suit, and I always wear a cross. He stared at my cross and was frowning at me, and he made me so uncomfortable. I felt like I was a sheep next to an alligator. And
you think that's what protected you?
I know for a fact, bro. I know for a fact because he made a comment. He says, "What are you doing wearing that in here?" And I'm looking at this dude like, I'm like, bro, I'm lethal with these hands and feet, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not. But with this person, I said, man, I don't know. Like,
you're like, this is a different.
This
level.
is something different. And he made me real uncomfortable, bro. I never felt fear like that. It was not even fear. It was like, yo, this is a different type of predator.
Huh. This area flooded and my car is driving in the middle of it. What the hell?
you need to be way more concerned.
An 18-year-old British student, George Smythe, has vanished after entering the area surrounding Romania's famed Dracula's castle. George left the resort town of Poiana Brașov on the 23rd of November 2025, planning to hike alone toward Bran Castle in the Busegi Mountains. That evening, he called Romania's emergency hotline asking for help. He said he was exhausted, freezing, and had been forced to step inside the castle grounds to rest for a moment. It was the last time anyone heard from him. Rescue teams later found his backpack at the entrance of Bran Castle. Inside were a sleeping bag, a tent, and scattered food. There were no footprints, no phone, and no trace of George himself. Local search organization Salvamont Brașov launched a full mountain rescue operation. Helicopters, drones with thermal imaging, search dogs, and ground teams have been deployed across the forest and the steep terrain around the castle. Progress has been slow. Heavy snow, freezing temperatures, and the rugged landscape continue to block search teams. Authorities say there is still no explanation for how he disappeared so quickly after his distress call. The question remains, why did George Smythe walk into Dracula's castle, and why did he vanish after stepping inside?
Look at this word, corporate. Do you see it? Corporate. The rate at which they keep the people poor. This isn't a coincidence. This is more of the pattern.
Welcome to 2025, where now country concerts are demonic. This is the Zac Brown Band. I've never heard of them, but they recently just played at the Sphere. Now, I don't know if this is some type of initiation to go mainstream or even to play at the Sphere, but people said they literally felt like they were getting dragged through the gates of hell. This concert starts off with a little boy inside of a red door in his bed. I'm not sure who this is supposed to resemble, maybe the lead singer or something. After this, they take you through a jungle or woods with portals everywhere. And then after that, you see the boy in front of the red door, but now it's on fire. And this literally looks like the door to hell, because after this, it starts to get really dark. You see this really big skeleton, and there's flames around him in this big kingdom, and he's wearing this crown. And then eventually you're gonna see that the lead singer is wearing that same crown, and then things start getting a little crazy. Just notice at the very end, you start to see the fallen angel. I'm not sure if this is supposed to represent Lucifer himself, but there's a lot of symbolism here, and you can watch it back and see what you can pick out. But I've never seen a country concert be this demonic in my entire life.
I snapped. This year, as everyone knows, you broke the record for the most expensive haircut and the least educational university. So congratulations to you. Oh, and also, congrats on your new documentary with 50 Cent. That was you, right?
Oh my God, get it. Go to the back. They out back.
Yeah.
They out back.
The cops back when they're talking about what y'all doing.
That's what they said.
He's like, hey, let me go out back. Got me out here in the rain. Ooh, got this. Ooh. Got a hard meat and everything. Ooh, she ain't got no.
I'm not running fast.
It's too late. Y'all better get him. Oh my goodness.
And someone up there didn't get his cut.
So we have now created quantum computers that can touch what's going on in the bridge. Google already has one. And artificial intelligence that can calculate how to make a wormhole, how to do this.
How to make one, not just find them now, but make one?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So they're doing this in simulation. And that's the foundation of what we're looking for at places like CERN. It's focusing deeper and deeper and deeper in the microscope until we get to the place where it's all one field.
Okay, y'all, so this video is old. I had went into this Mexican restaurant in Puyallup the other day, and my food just didn't smell right, nor did it look right. So I snuck my black ass to the back, y'all. This is what the fuck y'all are eating out of these restaurants. I don't ever want to hear nobody say I'm not eating out of somebody's house, because this is what y'all eating at the restaurants. Nasty.
What is going on with all of these celebrities? Why are they all looking different? This is supposed to be Kelly Osbourne, but does that even look like the same person to you? Now, I know you're going to have people out there say, oh, she just got older. Oh, she lost weight. Oh, she dyed her hair. And, you know, all of that could be true. This might be the same individual, but maybe, just maybe, it's not. And again, why are all of these celebrities looking different? Why are all of these celebrities looking like they've lost thousands of pounds? Like, what is really going on? Now, I know I'm not one to speak when it comes to the weight side. Still working on that. But still, what is going on here? What really is going on here? Because there is something weird going on anymore when it comes to these celebrities and the way that they are looking. Again, they don't look like the same person at all. And again, I know that when you lose weight, it can make you look different, but does it make you look this different? What do you think?
If you come to the devil, you know you want to sell your soul for some, you know you don't need to have right now, or if you really, really, really wanted that kidney, or you really, really, really wanted to go over here to what is it, Dubai or what? You really wanted a new life. You went through certain channels to get that life.
Yeah.
You knew what the consequences was.
Do people though?
Yes, they do. That's his whole game. It's to make sure you know what you're gonna do. Right now is the time for righteousness, bro. Some people really, really play the game of, okay, well, I'm gonna look at this face and I'm gonna ask all these questions, but at the same time, I really don't even have to ask all these questions. I need to ask other questions. You see what I'm saying? We can't go back. We can only go forward after everything that we've already done. Every time you wake up, you choose to be good or you choose to be bad. That's me too. We all in this room have a choice to wake up and be good or be fucked up. I try my best to not be fucked up based off of the fact that I know I have boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless of what has happened to me, regardless of what has been done to me, I have to be a child of God. That's why I'm not allowed in certain rooms. That's why I'm not allowed to touch people. I'm not allowed to hug people. I'm not allowed to kiss people. I'm not allowed to have sex. I'm not allowed to see my family. I'm not allowed to I'm not allowed, bro.
Who's not allowing you?
I'm not allowed. This is not, don't go there. I'm not allowed to. I'm not allowed to. They're not ready. No, spiritually, they're not ready to deal with me. I have to seclude myself. Do you have the power to seclude yourself?
So you're moving yourself away from
Do you have the power to seclude yourself?
So you're saying you willingly moved your way.
I have to make sure that my peace is protected, my brother. There's everyone watching me every single moment when I think they're not.
Are you selling here?
Yeah.
What's this?
Open this one, I don't know.
Could it be for like decoration?
Yeah.
Yeah. Looks interesting, right?
You take it?
How much?
£2.
It's quite heavy. I give you £1 for that. You alright? With £1? Yeah.
There's no open? Do you have money inside there?
Money?
Huh?
Who knows?
Oh my god. I'm sell £2 this one with money.
Do you think it's money? I think it's just for decoration like this.
Yeah. Take it.
So £1?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take it, anything more, check.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Maybe a Ralph Lauren watch.
No, marica, las huevas. Mire qué es eso que está allá. ¿Qué es eso? Miren, acá hay una cosa. Eso no es un tronco. ¿Qué es eso? ¿Qué es?
Marica, ¿qué es eso? Marica. vas a ver, viejo. Marica, eso viene como un cacho. Uy, marica. Ay.
no sé.
Marica, eso.
Les voy a contar la historia de la vaca marina. Resulta que ella sale de este lago y con el solo hecho de lamer a las otras vacas las enraza y da de 2 a 3 crías. Ella tiene cola de sirena, cuerpo de vaca y un solo cuerno como un unicornio, porque es un diferente especie. E hizo muy rico al dueño de todas estas tierras porque les multiplicó. Así que él se contrató al mejor jinete y al mejor caballo. Él se instaló detrás de una roca. Un Viernes Santo a medianoche salió la vaca marina del lago. El jinete alistó el lazo, lo preparó, lo lanzó y la atrapó. Como era el mejor no fallaba, la atrapó en el primer intento. La aseguró en el sillón del caballo, la vaca marina se asustó y de inmediato retornó al lago, arrastrando al caballo del jinete. Al tercer día salió el caballo flotando del agua y el jinete nunca supo nada. Se dice que el castigo que la vaca marina le hizo a él por querer atraparla, el cual consistía en que la acompañara por toda la eternidad de la profundidad del agua.
Oh no, okay. Absolutely love the placement of this portal.
So here we are in remote Peru and came across what looks like to be some sort of nether portal or something. I don't really know what to make of this. It's pretty terrifying considering nothing else in the region looks remotely similar to this. So I don't know, maybe a portal opened up and Google Earth just so happened to find it at the perfect timing, but what's even weirder is you start to see these like little lines and stuff in the ground, and when you back up and come over here, you're able to find the same thing as well. It's another geoglyph, and it's absolutely wild. If I remember correctly, the Nazca lines are somewhat relatively in this region, and it would sure make sense because ancient people back in the day, I guess, had nothing else to do but just make these pretty crazy looking pieces of art form. And yeah, they're all over here as well. So who knows, man? Maybe these are all interconnected and something crazy is going on here because these are not very far away from each other. And to get an idea of just how far away they supposedly are, if this is even a real place, get the ruler out, move it over. You can see that it's roughly 6,000 feet away. So that wouldn't be too far of a walk, but I wouldn't say it's super close either. And once we start to back out a little bit, just to see if we can get some sort of like Google Street View or something, we start to see that we can't really see anything because it would be in this general region right here, but nothing pops up. And to be honest, this landscape just kind of looks like the surface of Mars. It is beautiful in its own right. I would love to visit a place like this, even though it's kind of desolate and barren, kind of like Vegas, but still cool. Yeah, I don't know, I would go. And especially if there was something crazy like what's being shown over here. I mean, I don't really know what to think of it. What do you guys think?
And why don't you go shake hands?
Charles Kirk essentially faked his death. He faked getting shot. It was all acted.
So what specifically happened to Charlie then?
Charlie is still alive. Nothing happened to him. The worst thing that could have happened to him is that the air puff under his shirt knocked him out. But aside of that, he is alive and kicking. That there was a prosthetic on Charlie Kirk that was synced with the gunshot. This means it went off at the same time. And that his wound was not real. It was similar to special effects in movies. And Charles Kirk is still alive. He was never shot by any bullet.
So just to be clear, you're saying that Charlie Kirk is alive. They faked his death. They used a prosthetic on him, and that would also cover the shirt flying out, the blood that people see, his chain popping up, and all that stuff is basically special effects and things with that prosthetic. And then you're saying that the shot that everyone heard, that other audio engineers are saying are on the mic and they picked up as well, is actually hitting the trunk instead of hitting Charlie, correct?
Yes, 100% correct. You summarized it very well.
All right, and we are going to use science and physics to explain all of this, correct?
Correct. Nothing but classical physics. Let's get into it. Okay, guys, so to give you an idea of the sniper's nest, I'm going to show you the intro of my video on my channel again, just to get you back into the entire UVU situation on 910. Let's let it roll. The bullet went into the trunk. It missed Charles Kirk by some 4.5 meters, and Charles Kirk essentially faked his death. He faked getting shot. It was all acted.
So it's another person on this app saying that they got a message from God, saying that the world is gonna end by flood again. But it's not a person that you'd expect. Matter of fact, look at this shit.
So what were you just telling me though?
Oh yeah. There's gonna be a tsunami and like flood, but they call it the flood 2.0. And like there's gonna be a wave and like there's gonna be a tsunami and like a flood.
Yeah.
And then the like tsunami's gonna be 800 meters in the air.
That young man's mother posted a video after this, and here's what she had to say. Look at this shit.
I keep telling y'all that my 4-year-old freaks me out, and this morning, whenever I was taking him to his babysitter's, he's just rambling in the back seat, and out of nowhere, he starts talking about how we have to get a very big boat because his words, these are his words, the oceans are going to pull very, very back, and then there's going to be a great tsunami. And then he said that there will be a flood, the flood 2.0. And I was like, well, don't you think with us living in Kentucky that we're pretty, we're pretty far inland, that we wouldn't have to worry about a tsunami? And he was like, did you not hear me? The world is going to flood.
Now, I just did a video about a guy named Ebo Noah saying that he built an ark similar to Noah's Ark. Actually, he built more than one. And he said that Christmas 2025, there is going to be a flood. Now, this is for entertainment purposes only. But how random is it that this baby is saying exactly what this man is saying, just in different words? We can also go back a couple of months where people were saying that Christ was supposed to return on a certain date. We're not going to mention that day. He didn't return. But where are these people getting these things from? And again, I ask, do you believe them? Jump down that rabbit hole. It's a lot of people saying the same exact thing. Not saying I believe it. I'm just saying what they're saying. I want to know if you believe it. I'm out.
You said that a lot of the main anchors at the big media companies were CIA operatives. Do you think that's happening today?
Yes.
Did you think I was a CIA operative?
No.
What are the signs?
When somebody is asked a difficult question about their government, their agency that they might be working for, they might answer it in a negative way, but then they'll say, yes, but. I think that allegiance mandates some kind of PR maintenance. And it doesn't make me say, oh yeah, 100% that guy is an agent or whatever. But it does make me say, that's interesting. Like that person got asked about something that happened in the 1950s with the CIA. And they say like, yes, they did that back then. However, nowadays, their new focus is this and this and this. They'll throw a little commercial on top of the admission of the negative thing that happened.
All right, look, most of you won't believe this, but 2 men who vanished for 4 fucking years just walked back into civilization, claiming that they were living under the ice with something that was non-human. Now, this is Shadrach and Brian Hansen. They were declared dead, case closed, no bodies, no gear, nothing. Then out of nowhere, dude, get this, they reappear alive, dragged straight into a closed-door military debrief. And what they told investigators, they tried to bury instantly. Now, the brothers said they didn't die. They fell through a tunnel that wasn't natural. Smooth walls, engineered. Hell, they said that they were found by tall, luminous beings who communicated telepathically. Now, they claim there are entire underground world beneath the ice. Worn caverns, ancient structures, symbols older than civilization itself. And here's the creepy part, guys. They said time worked completely different down there. What felt like months to them was 4 years up here. Super strange, right? And instead of telling the world, dude, officials, they declared them dead again and sealed the case. So you gotta ask yourself, what did the Hansen brothers really find beneath the ice? And of course, guys, look, this content is for entertainment purposes only, so don't flag me again, TikTok. But be sure to like, follow, and share for more hidden truths than what you're asking about. And remember, y'all, we're building.
Eso no es magia. Eso es brujería.
Power, deception, plants? Does that say plants? Okay,
Clear
plants, truth, myth, reality,
Okay,
power,
there we go.
deception. What do you mean by plants? Appears, music, brain, rhythm, mimic, time delay, deception. Dark. It says dark brain. I thought that was an N. I don't think that guy's correct.
Could be dank brain. Or
Go
dark
about. Look at that other image though.
I like Dank Brain better.
It looks like an N to me. Yeah, very weird stuff.
The way things appear can shape your brain, influence your sense of reality, and ultimately be used for power and deception.
This girl captured something creepy in this video. After watching the video the next day, she noticed that the family driving in the car looked very strange. Do you think they look creepy?
What's that? Oh, Terrence Howard said he's going to release free energy, the equations to it, so you can pull free energy out of the flux. Tell me more! Yeah, because Terrence Howard is basically a genius and has come up with many different inventions that will give people free energy, that will give certain 0-point energy flight, things of that nature. He is starting to be silenced, and what they're doing is they're doing things such as, oh, you owe child support, so we're going to pull your passport so you can't go to Dubai. But why would he need to go to Dubai? Oh, well, that's where he would get his funding for what he needs to do for the inventions he's come up with. So now that people behind the scenes and certain people that don't want him to have his inventions come to life are starting to silence him by way of taking away opportunities for him and trying to shut his opportunities down so he can't come up with these inventions and have them come out soon. What he's doing is releasing the equations then for free energy from the flux. Oh, goody!
Please don't come closer.
They're moving a little too slow for me.
The video of Diddy, Nipsey Hussle, and Nipsey's girlfriend all listening to music I think Nipsey made.
Okay.
And they're in the studio. Now, Nipsey, he's clapping along like this.
Yeah.
Because he's proud of his work. And then Diddy, he tries to alpha him. He's like, nah, you better stop clapping. Blah, blah, blah. For some reason, just to be the alpha. For no reason.
Okay.
Now check this out. Look what happens.
He got mad that he clapped.
Just watch, just watch. There's Diddy right there. And then listen to what Diddy says.
Okay.
Don't clap again. And then Nipsey said, no, I'm gonna clap all night. And then Diddy goes, nah, I wouldn't. And he gets pissed, right? For no reason. And look what he says. Look what Diddy says next. Talking to Nipsey's girl. See? And then Nipsey claps again and he gets pissed off. But look, she starts clapping and Cassie starts clapping. Yeah. So he can't do anything now. But he obviously gets pissed. Now, what people said, Nipsey was obviously lined up by somebody before. And people are saying anytime somebody's disrespected Diddy, something happens to them.
Damn.
And it just so happens.
Yeah.
You know?
Had people
who I know are in the know, and I've mentioned this before, and one of them told me the truth is indigestible. It's not something that we could, that we would be able to fully grasp or entertain, and that it's like, you know, it would be like telling somebody something that they can't do anything about, and they don't know what the repercussions of that would be. It's so great. It's so world changing and transformational, and maybe not in a good way, you know. So
I mean, what could be so jarring? What could be so disruptive? I mean, bless you. Like the idea that we're being visited by another advanced intelligence that's more advanced than us. I mean, do you think, or is it something else?
I think it's much deeper than.
We need to talk about this video, which was posted to astronauts. They put it on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram. They're literally in space, guys. I'm gonna play the full-blown video for you now. Let me know if you notice what I'm noticing.
So this is our last time in the cupola. Yep, and I don't want to cry because the Earth is so beautiful. Oh, I'm already there. It's been a real pleasure to go to space with you. You too. Yeah. And just like getting to see something that so few people get to see would be so lucky. Make me cry. Oh my God, it is stunning. Just so beautiful. We'll be home soon.
All right, guys, I literally am in space right now, too. It looks pretty real, right? Wow, it's gorgeous. Woohoo! Space with a fisheye lens and CGI. Boom, bang, bang. When you wake up to the deception that is space and NASA, which literally means to deceive, a lot of things, you know, unlock in your consciousness. Because if that is being fibbed about, you can imagine what else is a complete lie. In fact, some call it the greatest lie of all lies, because it would hide the existence of, it does a really good job of hiding the existence of God, and making you think you're this insignificant speck hurtling on a rock through space in a bajillion miles an hour, twisting and twirling through the cosmos. We gotta snap out of it, man. We only got a few years till 2030 when they plan to enslave this freaking ball or dome or sphere or flat plane. Come on.
Does no one else find it weird that schools every year hire a random third-party company to come and take high-definition pictures of children? How do we all just sort of brush past this fact? And then you actually go and look at these companies and you follow the money trail to see who owns them. Oh wow, BlackRock, Vanguard, like what's going on here? And I know that sounds like a far-fetched conspiracy, but it's like, what do those companies do? They farm data collection, and now we're giving them high-definition photos that they can utilize for facial recognition. Like, it's not really as far-fetched as you think.
All roads lead to BlackRock.
I'm getting messages, and I'm not going to be quiet. I'm going to tell y'all everything that I know, because I know for a fact that a lot of you guys stopped paying attention to this story. I didn't. I followed this story from the beginning to now, okay? From September 9th to today. I'm going to tell you what's going on, and you need to hear this. This is very serious, and fuck the fuck up, all right? This is what happened. Number one, 2 girls were killed, okay? 2 girls were killed. The footage that was released the night of Kanika's death was fake, okay? Her roaming the halls was scripted and staged. Her walking into the kitchen was scripted and staged. And also, the footage of the live video in the room was staged. They had all those kids go in there and pretend, okay? Kanika died 3 days before that night. The woman that died that night is Antonia Evans, and y'all ain't even really seen her yet, unless you've been following the story. So I'm gonna break it down to you, okay? Andrew Holmes is the activist that claims that he saw the footage of Kanika walking into the freezer and then later on went back and denied it. That's Andrew Holmes. He's the black guy. He's the one that started all this shit. There was a girl that got raped in March, okay? She got raped in March of 2017, but she looked exactly like Kanika. Now, you got Lenora and Teresa playing the mom and the sister. That is not her mom, and that is not her motherfucking sister, okay? She's not neither of them. The sister is actually related to the girl that was raped in March that looks like Kanika, but that's not her. So I'm going to tell you what they did. They hid Brianna in Indiana and paid Kanika to play two people. They played Kanika to play Brianna because she looked so much like her, and they also paid her to play a girl that died in the freezer, but she was never supposed to die. The other girl that died is Antonia Evans. So listen to me, because this is confusing. There's three girls. Three. There's Antonia Evans, there's Kanika, and there's Brianna. Brianna's still alive. That's the girl that was originally raped, that was in on it too. She got paid to allow them to use her picture to pretend that was Kanika. So on Dr. Oz and on the news and all that shit, that was Brianna's picture. That wasn't Kanika. But they paid Kanika to play both parts because they were going to get money off of Antonia Evans' organs. So both of those girls were put on Front Street. The only person that was not supposed to be known about was Antonia Evans. Now I'm going to tell you who Antonia Evans is. Antonia Evans is the woman in the freezer and the woman in the casket. That is a 48-year-old woman that went missing the same time as Kanika. Her mother is 65 years old and has been looking for her for months. Talk to her daughter every day. All of a sudden, she disappears. So let me tell you what they did. They tricked Kanika and told Kanika they were going to kill Antonia at the hotel. She was supposed to get a lump sum of money for the organs. So the real Kanika thought she was about to get paid off, but they ended up killing her ass off too, because she was young and her body was more valuable. So basically, yeah, Kanika was at the hotel, but not on the 9th. She was there on the 6th. She got drunk. She got there early in the daytime. She got drunk. Her friend Monifa, once she was drunk, took her to the cremation place. And when she went to the cremation place, it was the mom, the fake sister, and the big dogs and the higher-ups. They took her ass out, bro. Bam, no more Kanika. Mutilated her body, took all of her organs, no more Kanika. All right? Now we need somebody to put in the casket at this funeral. That's where Antonia comes in. They killed Antonia, took Kanika's clothes from the cremation spot, put them on Antonia, put Antonia in the casket, and buried her under Kanika's name. That's what they did. So basically, now that people are investigating, they're about to pull up the body, and I bet money they didn't expect for this to get this big, bro. They didn't expect that. They about to exhume the body and watch. It's another woman in there. It's not going to be no 19-year-old girl. The 19-year-old girl is fully cremated. She's gone. There's nothing left. She's already been ran through the crematory, okay? She's gone. But Teresa's the killer. The mom is the killer. It was a sacrifice and like a mini movie. This lady was about to be getting paid her whole life, probably get a movie deal and all of that shit. You know what I mean? As a woman, a grieving mother. Okay? So Kanika is dead. And the woman y'all don't know about, like I said, Antonia Evans. Now, if you are still confused, let me post 3 videos. I promise you'll watch this. And the reason why you guys need to know this is because if they're doing stuff like this and getting away with it, that's not good for us. Okay? That means a lot to me. What are you trying to declare? You know? So, yeah. Like I said, I'll send you the videos so you can see for yourself. We have documents, records, and proof. That lady at that funeral in that casket was a 48-year-old woman named Antonia Evans, and Kanika Jenkins is gone, and Kanika thought she was going to get money from Antonia, and they fucking snaked her in the end. Alright? So I'm going to send you that shit. They killing people and hiding them in the system. That's what they're doing. Okay?
It's official, folks. I'm gonna marry a Chinese woman. Why's that? Well, that's because the Chinese understand something very fundamental about the universe. Because apparently they left their fisheye lens at home. And during this spacewalk, when they're on their Chinese ISS, whatever it's called, the Earth is nice and flat. Can you believe that? The cat in the background even understands that the Earth is flat. So let me ask you this. Why does the American ISS, which is apparently traveling at over 17,000 miles per hour, have to use their fisheye lens if the Earth is actually a globe.
So, House Democrats released never-before-seen footage of Epstein Island. I want y'all to take a good look at how the setup is here in this Epstein Island footage. Here's another look of the island. You can take notice of like the blue roofs and, you know, the architecture. Take a good look at it. Now, this is from the movie Blink Twice that came out last year. Yeah. I'ma need a behind the scenes look, cause why does it weirdly match that movie's set design perfectly? Never mind that the movie's plot is literally Channing Tatum being like Epstein and kidnapping women and taking them to an island and then drugging them. But now take into a fact that the set is weirdly similar to the actual island. I mean, I swear they're literally just mocking us in our faces at this point. At this point, I don't even think Zoe Kravitz directed this movie. I think Epstein directed this movie and he was just trying to get an Oscar this whole time. What a load of scum!
Here, look, there's already a light in there. There's not supposed to be nobody in there, okay? We're in the middle of the desert. A lot of truck drivers sleep here. A lot of you guys know this spot. Not to mention there's gonna be a crazy ass storm today. Kind of worried about that. I'm trying to get home already. But look, this spot is extremely
That's some wicked vibes right there.
The benzene circle, the serpent eating its tail. It is what encompasses our realm. Leviathan. As you can clearly see, on the tip of South America, Leviathan with the tail in his mouth. The benzene circle inside. It is the ice wall. It is what encompasses the known lands. The earthquake activity is increasing with its movement. The seas are getting warmer and sightings are getting more frequent. 83.7-foot waves over the area the size of Texas in the southern Atlantic Ocean. We are past proving it, and we are past debunking it. It is here. It is Leviathan.
And that's a wrap for tonight, fool. I hope you enjoyed it. If so, don't forget to hit and smash the like button for me, smash the subscribe button, be part of the family. Remember, stay woke, and I'll catch you next time.